Big Mac wants to know if you guys think stop motion can make a comeback for live action movies.
I think there will always be some room in an annual slate, in an annual, what comes out this year. I always think there will be some room for stop motion stuff, but I don't ever see it becoming like we're going to have 20 major stop motion films this year. I don't see that happening, but I always think there's going to be room for it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure. Leica is doing box trolls.
Yeah.
And
So it's
that's
really interesting.
Yeah, it's a combination. I don't know what the statistics is. It's 70% stop motion, 30% CG and add-on backgrounds and whatnot. It's all a combination nowadays anyway. I mean, most stuff is shot digitally. Then, you know what I mean? So it's what are we going to really call stop motion? Is it one dude like Robot Chicken is stop motion? So, I mean, yeah, but it's a specialized tiny fraction of what all of cinema is. So. Is it going to get a boost? Maybe there'll be 2 next year. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you. There's not going to be 30 stop motion films. I can't say, where did all these stop motion films come from? Make them stop.
A lot of people still think Lego was a stop motion film.
Yeah,
it's not.
They tried to correct us, I think, in the spoilers review that we did. It was stop motion. It's no, it was CG. They made it look like it was stop motion.
Yeah. But anyway, what do you think?
Paranorman was stop motion.
Yes.
I thought that was great. And so, I like seeing them. Obviously, there's not going to be a ton. There's probably going to be 1 or 2 a year.
Yeah, Paranorman is Leica, the same company with Box Troll. So there's 1 or 2 major studios that are we're all stop motion. And then it takes them 3 years to make a movie. Right. So even then, you're not going to get 1 a year. It's 1 every 3 years. So,
What do you think about the use of it in regular movies? There was kind of some stop motion in Noah.
Yes,
they did that throwback to Harryhausen.
That was amazing. Michel Gondry does a lot of stop motion in his films, paper mache, weird stuff floating around. I love seeing a mix up in especially more experimental films where they try different techniques and such. But I don't know if there's going to be a giant resurgence of stop motion. I've heard several different friends of mine are doing stop motion features. So come 2016, I think you might see 3 of them.
Transformers, stop motion.
I was going to say, not a lot of people know Transformers 4. Most of it's stop motion. All right, what's next?
Sahilk wants to know which movie will be more successful at the box office, Guardians or Apes 2?
Guardians. Oh, sorry, I take that back. Apes 2. Only because, now what's going to be better? I don't know, man. Dennis has seen Apes. I know a couple of people have seen Apes, and some of them are whispering phrases like movie of the year. I saw the 17-minute thing of Guardians, and it's going to be fantastic. But the fact of the matter is, this is a recognizable IP. This is a recognizable franchise. It's coming off an original film that just about everybody loved, and so it's got that going for it. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy is still the most unknown coin toss of a thing that Marvel's done. And even if it's magnificent, it's not going to do Iron Man 3 numbers, It's not going to do Avenger numbers. It's just not going to do that. And they're not expecting it to, and that's not their goal. Their goal is, can it get 300 to 400 million worldwide? And if it can do that, Disney Marvel will consider it a huge success. I think the aspirations for Apes is above that. So I don't think Guardians can beat Apes. Do you guys see it any differently?
No, I think you're right. It's based on, if the first Apes sucked and was terrible, then the Apes 2 wouldn't do so well. But everyone's banking on Apes 2 doing very well. And Guardians, no one really knows it, especially casual fans. Everyone thinks oh, Guardians. Most people didn't know who when they first announced it. I thought it was I was telling you, I thought it was those other Guardians of the Galaxy. Right. Most people don't know there's another Guardians of the Galaxy.
There's another incarnation. And in fact, when I first heard about it, I was I heard a Marvel executive told me, and I thought he was joking. I was like, come on, dude. It's going to be the Hulk, right? No, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, get out of here. No way. That's no way to me. I was like, no way. That's impossible. And then they did it, and I think it's a ballsy move. And I personally think it's going to make $100 million opening weekend. Guardians. Why? I'm saying it. Why? I think it's word of mouth, buzz, and because it's new and refreshing. That's why I think everyone wants to see Rocket Raccoon. Everyone wants to see Groot. It looks so much fun. I can't wait to see it. And everyone I've talked to, non-comic fans, are really excited to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, I'm willing to bet you on this $100 million thing, and I will never hope to lose a bet more than that. But I don't think so.
I will bet you something off screen.
Chrisley, what do you think off the top of your head? Do you think Guardians can beat Apes?
I don't, but I will say this. I think Apes will be bigger for all the same reasons you guys said. The first Apes was so great. But with Guardians, I will say this. I was not excited for Guardians. I remember giving James Gunn a little crap last year at Comic-Con about the whole walking, gun-toting raccoon, and I wanted to be a believer, but I wasn't. And until I saw that 17 minutes of footage, I was not excited, and I could have cared less, and I probably would have waited a while. But seeing that 17 minutes, I'm now a believer, and everyone should see it. But I think it's going to take a couple weeks for the box office to show that.
Did you finally watch the first Apes?
No.
Well, you know, I'm not saying
It's on
Apes
my
won't
wish
make
list.
a ton of money. I'm not
Right,
saying
you just
that.
think Guardians will do better.
But I don't even know if it'll do better. I just think it'll make a lot of money.
All right.
And I like both franchises. Well, I haven't seen Guardians yet, but I love the Apes, so I'm really looking forward to it. So I don't know. To me, it's like never about money. It's whether the films are good. So.
Right. All right, let's fire off with just two more quick.
This is a fun one. Julio Guzman wants to know what your reaction was when you first saw The Big Lebowski, and should we get another movie like this one?
I liked The Big Lebowski. I didn't love it, and I wasn't floored with it. And then I watched it again with some buddies, and I liked it much more. And then I watched it like a third time, and the third time was a charm. I was like rolling on the floor laughing. Yep. It's not like Inglourious Basterds to me, where I absolutely hated it the first time I saw it, and then loved it the second time I saw it. I liked The Big Lebowski, but I didn't think it was all that special. And then I watched it again and again, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is it. I mean,
It's
this
gold.
is really cool. Yeah, what do you guys say?
To me, Lebowski is the gift that keeps on giving. I
Yeah.
too, when I first saw it in the theaters, I was like, it's a good Coen Brothers movie. It wasn't as what I wanted from other previous work, but then I saw it again, and I was like, wow, I missed that part, or now I get this part, and now I see it like at least probably once every 2 years, and I love it.
Huge rewatchability factor on that film.
It's such an incredible film. And it's also a strange, awkward beat. Like, you got the dude, you got these weird characters in there that just take a little bit of time to get into. And by the time you really like them, the movie's over. So then when you see the movie again, you're ready for all these characters. And that's why I think the rewatchability is there, because you're like, the dude. You know, you're like, you're in with him immediately. So
I've only seen it once, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I don't have that kind of cult-like love for the movie.
Gotta see it a second time.
Now you gotta see it a second and third time.
But then, you know, you have to take what I say with a grain of salt, because the Coen Brothers for me are not the end-all be-all. For me, I like the Coen Brothers. I don't love their movies. So.
All right, last one of the day.
Which actors would you like to see in the future Expendables films by Jamie Habits?
Somebody wrote in the other day and asked about, who are they asking about? Pierce Brosnan. I'd like to see Pierce Brosnan. I have no interest in seeing, I was going to say Katie Seagal, Steven Seagal.
Getting ready for Sons, are you?
I'm looking forward to Sons of Anarchy, can you tell? I'm not interested in seeing Steven Seagal in there. Man, I don't know. They're almost run out.
Right.
I mean, the cupboard's almost bare.
I mean, Jackie Chan, I don't know if they could squeeze him in.
That's the only one that, because remember, they tried to get him in, and they just couldn't make the schedule work out. So he's one that I could still see in there.
Ong Bak actor, what's his name?
Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa could be really good, but yeah, unfortunately, the 95% of the North American audience don't know who he is.
Donnie Yen.
Oh, I would love to see Donnie Yen.
Yen is still badass.
Yeah. What about,
Chow Yun-Fat.
oh, Chow Yun-Fat's
Yun-Fat.
be a good one, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Steven Seagal in there just for namesake.
Maybe if he was like just baking muffins.
Kurt Russell.
I mean, yeah, Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Russell.
yeah, that's another good name. Kurt Russell, I could do that
They got
one.
Kelsey Grammer in the new one. You can put anyone in there now.
Yeah, but at least he's just like wearing a fishing hat. or whatever.
Fishing. Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.